excuse me. It is chilly this morning. Oh my gosh. And last night I fell asleep. I leave one side of my tent open when possible for ventilation so I don't get condensation in there. And I was nice and cozy. Fell asleep, but woke up a little chilly. I am so glad that I had Jedi send me in my last shipment my merino wool buff that I kind of wear as a hat at night, and that really helped. And then I was chilly this morning, and I'm hoping getting moving will help somewhat. Although cold, wet socks are no bueno. My feet are really cold. I'm going to get moving here shortly. But today's goal is 13 and change to the Bald Mountain Pond lean-to. It sounds like a beautiful place to stay, and I really want to make those miles. A lot of that depends on the terrain. There's a couple smaller mountains, which I'm not as worried about, but this mud, I don't know if you can see, it doesn't even look bad from the camera, but the mud, even when flat, it really slows me down, and it's slippery, it's deep in spots, it's very hard to pick up your feet if you get, sucked down in and whatnot. So there's another lean-to, I don't know, 9 and change, I think. I might be getting this all wrong, but long story short, I have an out if my day doesn't go well. But I tried to get a fairly early start, and I'm going to plug away, and I really want to make it to that 13 and change lean-to. It sounds beautiful, like there's spots on a pond, which is my thing here in Maine especially. So let's get it done. I am skating through some mud at the moment, but I'm hoping as I start to climb, maybe it'll dry out. Yesterday it was like periods of mud, and then it got drier, but the shelter area was a disaster. Like going to the privy at 5 o'clock this morning, I was literally skating through mud. There's no way to avoid it. It's really bad. Anyway, ooh, seems to have dried out already. All right, let's get to work. See ya. Good morning from almost the summit of Pleasant Pond Mountain. See some clouds over there. Love being above some clouds. It's a little bit hazy, but sun is out. Really can't ask for much better weather, and it's been quite a stretch. Ponds everywhere. I'm still on Pleasant Pond Mountain, coming down the other side. The view is really opened up. It's gorgeous. Turns out there's no view from the summit. We had the better views down below, but here's the summit. Pleasant Pond Mountain. Check. On to the next. I stopped for a lunch break, and I think I have a little buddy that maybe has been fed by humans before, because he has been lurking around. I'm like, don't even think about it, dude. All my food is mine. In a world of power bars and cookies and snacks that are all great, please celebrate with me an actual sandwich on flour tortilla. I have Cabot, excuse my disgusting hands, I did put sanitizer on them, but they're dirty. Cabot extra sharp white cheddar that I bought at Sterling Inn in single serve sticks, pepperoni, and underneath a packet, oh my god, a chipmunk just tried to steal it. A packet each of mayonnaise and mustard that they sell in the single packs at Sterling Inn. This may be disgusting to many of you, but oh my god, what a treat. I'm excited to have a real sandwich on the trail. I actually eat it like this. Pepperoni and cheese taco. Yum yum. There's a white blaze along this road, which is Moxie Pond Road. And there's some power lines that go through. A really nice, huge pond. Look how pretty that is. I looked on far out. Apparently it is named Joe's Hole. in memory of a local fishing guide who lived on Moxie Pond, which I believe this is like an outlet of Moxie Pond. These ponds in Maine are insanely beautiful, and I would love to have a little place on one. Kind of reminds me of the Adirondacks at home. I'm sure they're primo price, but I mean, I don't know. There's so many ponds. Maybe they're not. One way to find out. But for now, I'm just enjoying the road walk and the view of Joel's Hole Pond. Okay, there is a stream to ford that can be high, like up to mid-thigh, but the latest comments are from a week ago, and they said the current is not strong. I'm going to assess for myself and see how I feel about it. It looks like it's moving a little fast, but I don't know. It's not that deep, and there's rocks close to the surface. Oh, but the rocks are going to be slippery. I think I'm going to go for it. It doesn't look that violent. I mean, it's pretty quiet up there. And I could go rock to rock pretty much most of the way over. I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to put my phone in a plastic bag and unhook my belt and everything and go for it. I'll check in on the other side. Marked safe from the ford of Baker Stream. The water was nice and warm. I didn't have to get above ankle deep thanks to the large number of rocks that were above and below the surface. Worked out well. I just had to go super slow and take my time. You're going to want to get out of the way, buddy. You're right in the trail. Come on. Hope he finds enough water up here, dude. Good dude. Go on. There you go. Howdy. Checking in. I have 5.2 miles to the shelter. There's another shelter coming up in 1.1 mile. If it's right off the trail, I may stop and take a little break if there's an easy water source. Drinking a lot today. Very thirsty. It's beautiful weather, though. It's not humid. I think the high is like in the 70s. There's a nice breeze, but the sun, you know, it's a little warm. Plus, I'm working hard. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to camp. I hope I get there in time to take a swim in said pond. It's always a catch-22 because I swim basically in my bra and underwear, and they're supposed to be like quick dry. As we know, nothing dries out here. But if I can go early enough and kind of get them somewhat dry and then just kind of put them under my sleep pad, at least they're not cold and wet in the morning. But yesterday or this morning it was so cold. I was like, oh man, I can't imagine if I had to put on wet clothes as well. I mean, my socks were wet. They're always wet. They've been wet since like Connecticut. Actually, the other day when I got to camp super early and it was really breezy and sunny, my socks dried out for the first time on trail, and I can't even remember when. That's pretty cool. They were dry for about 5 minutes the next morning. All right. I'm going to get back to work here. I'm going to check in further up the trail. The terrain has been, I mean, yeah, there's some spots of mud. Nothing like yesterday, knock on wood, so far. I'm hoping the trails to the shelter are not like yesterday. That was so awful. Sorry, I keep hearing things behind me. Like, I do that a lot. Sometimes I think it's just me or my imagination. It really took away from my experience of that shelter. I would not recommend that shelter to anybody. It's just so bad and hard to get around. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm hoping today's shelter is better and that I get there in time to get a good tent spot. Well, this is a fun part of the trail. Luckily it looks pretty doable. Thankfully I don't have to go over that way. It's a nice little looks like a fairly straightforward little pass through under this little cave. Oh my god, it's so nice and cool. I might stand in there a minute. Okay, here we go. I don't even have to bend over or take my pack off or pass it through. I do want to know who lives in there, though. Some critters for sure. Also, this boulder is not really balanced on anything, and it's got some cracks, so I'm moving right along. Ooh, another one. And another one. If you're feeling very adventurous, I am not. I'm going to go the white blaze right under this little guy. That's a really cool little feature, and some lovely like hidey holes for critters, or like if there was a storm and you got stuck in here, that'd be a great place to hide out for a storm. Awesome. View from almost the peak of Moxie Bald Mountain. Beautiful. Oh, Maine. I love you, Maine. I would have been up here sooner, but I keep stopping for blueberries. They are delicious and very abundant on the mountaintops. And on the way up, make your snacks. Oh, gorgeous. That's where I'm headed, Moxie Bald Lean-To. And this sign apparently came with some rusted out artifacts. No idea what these are or where they came, but they're adding to the decor. Alright, we're 1.8 miles away. This is Moxie Bald Pond, where the shelter is situated. It's a beautiful view. The water looks a little reedy on this end of the shore, but I'm gonna go explore, walk down a little, and maybe there's a good place to dip. Or I can at least put my feet in. Beautiful, beautiful spot. I'd love to go over to that island over there.